Chicago Bears are making waves in the offseason, and they've got fans buzzing. The latest big move? Hiring JT Barrett as their quarterbacks coach under the leadership of new head coach Ben Johnson. First, let's talk about JT Barrett. If you followed college football, that name rings a bell. Barrett was a star at Ohio State, leading the Buckeyes to multiple Big Ten championships and even a college football playoff national championship in 2014. The man was a winner at every level in college. He's still the all-time leader in passing touchdowns in Big Ten history. That's no small feat. Now, his playing days in the NFL didn't pan out as many hoped. He had brief stints with the Saints, Seahawks, and Steelers, but he couldn't quite stick as a player. That's the nature of the league sometimes. However, he transitioned quickly into coaching, and it's been an impressive rise ever since. JT Barrett joined the Detroit Lions coaching staff in 2022 as an offensive assistant. By 2023, he was promoted to assistant quarterbacks coach. That's where he really started to make his mark. He worked under Ben Johnson, who at the time was the Lions offensive coordinator. Barrett was instrumental in helping Jared Goff regain his Pro Bowl form. Goff went from a quarterback many had written off to one of the league's most efficient passers. That's not just Goff's doing. Coaches like Barrett played a massive role. So why is this hire such a big deal for the Bears? For starters, the quarterback position has been a question mark for years in Chicago. Justin Fields has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been an issue. Barrett's experience working with Goff, helping him develop into a top-tier quarterback again, is exactly what Fields needs. Barrett knows how to simplify the game for quarterbacks, break down defenses, and help QBs play to their strengths. If he can do for Fields what he did for Goff, the Bears might finally have their long-term answer at quarterback. Another reason this hire is exciting is Barrett's relatability. He's a young coach who's not far removed from his playing days. Players respect coaches who have been in the trenches, who know what it's like to face a relentless pass rush or read a complicated defense. Barrett's ability to connect with players on a personal level is a huge asset. That connection fosters trust, and trust is critical in a quarterback-coach relationship. But let's not forget who's pulling the strings here: Ben Johnson. The Bears' new head coach has been methodical in building his staff. Johnson's approach is clear: bring in coaches who not only have technical expertise, but also know how to build a winning culture. He's taking a page out of Dan Campbell's book, assembling a staff full of former players who know how to hold others accountable. Antoine Randall as the assistant head coach and wide receivers coach. Al Harris is the defensive pass game coordinator. Now JT Barrett is the quarterbacks coach. This is a staff designed to connect with players and get the best out of them. Let's dive a bit deeper into what this could mean for Justin Fields. Fields is coming off a season where he dazzled with his legs, but struggled at times as a passer. The raw talent is there. The arm strength, the athleticism, the big whip ability. It's all part of the package. What Fields needs now is refinement. He needs to develop better pocket presence, improve his footwork, and make quicker decisions. These are areas where Barrett can have a huge impact. Remember, Barrett was a quarterback who thrived in a system that required quick reads and decisive action. He knows how to prepare quarterbacks for that kind of football. This hire also speaks to the Bears' commitment to developing Fields rather than giving up on him. In today's NFL, teams can be quick to move on from young quarterbacks who don't show immediate results, but the Bears are doubling down on Fields, giving him a coach who can help him take that next step. It's a smart move because, let's be honest, the Bears' ceiling as a team is directly tied to Fields' development. If Fields becomes the player many believe he can be, the Bears are suddenly a team to watch in the NFC North. Of course, it's not just about Fields. The quarterback's coach plays a role in developing the entire QB room. The Bears will likely bring in a veteran backup or draft a developmental prospect to sit behind Fields. Barrett's ability to mentor young quarterbacks will be crucial in shaping the depth of this position group. A strong QB room can be the difference between a good season and a great one, especially when injuries inevitably happen. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What does this hire say about the direction of the Bears under Ben Johnson? It's clear that Johnson values innovation and fresh ideas. He's not afraid to bring in young, up-and-coming coaches like Barrett. This is a departure from the Bears' past, where they often leaned on more traditional veteran coaches. Johnson's approach is forward-thinking, and that's exactly what this franchise needs. The NFL is evolving, and teams that don't adapt get left behind. The Bears are signaling that they're ready to adapt. One thing to keep an eye on is how Barrett's presence influences the Bears' offensive scheme. Under Ben Johnson, the Lions ran an offense that was both creative and effective. They used motion, play action, and a balanced attack to keep defenses guessing. Barrett was part of that system, and his insights could help bring some of those elements to Chicago. Imagine an offense where Fields' mobility is utilized in creative ways, where the running game and passing game complement each other, and where defenses are constantly on their heels. That's the kind of offense Bears fans have been dreaming of. It's also worth noting that Barrett's rapid rise in the coaching ranks speaks volumes about his potential. Going from an offensive assistant to a full-time quarterbacks coach in just 3 years is impressive. It shows that Barrett is not only knowledgeable, but also a hard worker who earns the respect of his peers. He's a coach on the rise, and the Bears are getting him at a pivotal point in his career. Now, it's time to step up to the plate. If he succeeds in Chicago, don't be surprised if Barrett becomes a name to watch in future head coaching searches. Now let's talk about the NFC North. The division is as competitive as ever. The Lions are coming off a strong season, and they're not going anywhere. The Vikings have talent, and the Packers, even in transition, can't be counted out. For the Bears to compete, they need every edge they can get. Hiring a coach like JT Barrett, who's been part of a winning culture in Detroit, gives them that edge. He's seen what it takes to succeed in this league, and he's bringing that knowledge to Chicago. Bears fans, this is an exciting time. The franchise is making moves that show they're serious about turning things around. Hiring Ben Johnson as head coach was a bold step, and building a staff like this only reinforces that commitment. JT Barrett is just one piece of the puzzle, but he's an important one. The quarterback position is the most critical in football, and the Bears are investing in making sure they get it right. Satan, as we look ahead to the 2025 season, there's plenty of reason for optimism. The Bears have the resources, the leadership, and now the coaching staff to take a big step forward. JT Barrett's hire is a signal that the Bears are leaving no stone unturned in their quest to build a winning team. So buckle up, Bears fans. The future looks bright, and the journey is just getting started.